Yo, today we're going to talk about putting on a smile and choosing to be happy. This is Jim Vlogs, episode 6, maybe. If you don't know me, I'm Nick. I'm in a marketing agency, and it's my mission to reshape the way founders and online business owners actually market themselves online by bringing their authentic personalities and tying their stories to their businesses. But the purpose of today's video, I want to go over putting on a smile, right? What does it mean to be happy? What does it mean to choose the better route when doing business, when living your life, etc.? So, as always, it's a random morning. I think it's Tuesday, and coming back from the gym. And today, I've had a great day at the gym, right? I hit legs, and for the past week now, I've been really focusing on not touching my phone for the first 3 to 4 hours of the day. So that means no music, no podcasts, no nothing. And you can call me crazy a little bit, whatever, for doing that. And I'm not against music, I'm not against any of these things, but I do think spending some time just without stimulation in a world where we are so stimulated is super, super important. And it also forces you to not only go interact with other humans like a normal person, but you have to find your own way of stimulation, if you will, right? And I think that comes from choosing to be happy. So when I was working out today, right, I saw this guy absolutely jacked, just doing his own thing. And I was genuinely smiling at the fact of his accomplishments almost, the guy is ripped. He looks like probably 40, maybe 50. And so I said, what's up? Met him. That was cool. But it's and I had a smile on my face, right? And I think that made the interaction a lot easier and a lot better. And I think if I was on my phone or if I had my AirPods in, listening to a podcast, I would have never done that because I already had my sense of happiness, my sense of stimulation, right in my ear or right in my eyes. And I think it is super valuable to go ahead and de-stimulate, right? Not a whole dopamine detox thing, but in a very similar sense, just allowing yourself to be bored and to be conscious of your thoughts, people around you, what's going on, I can't get over the fact and how caught up everyone is in the endless hamster wheel of just news and media and all this stuff. And it's that you're not living in the present, I think a lot of people, especially business owners, aspire to have a life where, they've met peace with themselves, they have a successful business, they've built a family, they've moved out, right, or they moved into a nice house. But even then, plenty of business owners and guys that do, make it and are successful in this sense, there's still just a massive void and a massive gap kind of in their heart. And a lot of people find that to be filled by God, and I think that's a huge thing. But I also think it's a huge thing, it needs to be filled with your intent, your own thoughts, your own beliefs, right? Living in the present, enjoying the present moment. And it also ties back to gratitude as well. You can be grateful for all technology advancements. I'm very grateful for social media. It's allowing me to do this. It's allowing me to pursue my dreams and help other people at a massive scale. But in the same sense, if you use it wrong, it can completely corrupt you, and you can just, kind of lose control of your life in a sense, lose control of your self worth, your self image, So I think it's important to take the time to step away, But back to the main point of having a smile, choosing to just be happy makes you happier. And I know it sounds kind of stupid. People might not understand this advice, but if you choose to just be happy and you don't choose to be miserable or don't choose to be anxious, it's you're going to be happy, because the way your feelings are produced are from your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions, right? The information you consume controls The thoughts you produce control the behaviors you have, or the actions you have, and the actions control the behaviors you have. The behaviors and actions control your outcomes, right? And that in turn controls your reality. So basically what I'm saying is that the media and the information you allow yourself to consume controls your reality. If someone consumes bad news all day about people passing away and tragic events happening, they're going to see life like in a horrible light. They're just going to think that, their next door neighbors are constantly, going to the hospital, having bad things happen. Yet the other guy that consumes positive information, is positive affirmations, and sees the good in people is going to think life is freaking great. He's the guy that, jumps out of bed and is all sunshine and rainbows. And you might think that's corny, but he's actually living objectively a better life than you, right? Because he's choosing to be happy. He is choosing to enjoy his life. Even if you're not where you want to be yet, it doesn't matter. You have to enjoy the journey because, the fleeting feeling of getting what you've always wanted, or getting the car, or getting the house, or getting the wife, that initial feeling is going to fade. Even if it takes a year to fade, it's still going to fade, and it's not going to keep you fulfilled your whole life. I mean, if you think you get, an SVJ Roadster, yeah, pretty awesome car. I would love to drive that thing for a while, right? I don't think I want to own it forever, but, it would be awesome to have for maybe a year, but you're going to get used to it. You're going to get used to it no matter what, the more you drive it. So it's that's not the fulfilling part. Materialism is not the fulfilling part. The fulfilling part is becoming the version of yourself that can enjoy life, that can appreciate the small moments, that can choose to put a smile on his face when everything's going bad around him. When the world is coming to an end, he's the one still smiling, right? That's, I think, true success, true power, and true fulfillment. Think about monks. Monks weren't rich. They weren't famous. They weren't wealthy. They didn't drive crazy cars. Fuck, they didn't have cars. But they were extremely fulfilled. And it's because they did so much inner work, and they connected themselves with God, and they connected themselves with others, and they grounded themselves, and they realized that they can control the way they feel, and they can completely control their lives. That is why monks are fulfilled. So hopefully I got the point across in this video. Again, these videos are mainly for myself to practice my articulation, and it's standing as proof so I can look back on when I do all the things I'm going to do. If you haven't already, check out my story on Instagram. I posted up on there, so if you're curious to know who I am, what I come from, what I stand by, go check out that highlight. And yeah, I'm going to be posting more content, so stay in tune, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.